what's more important, the branding aspect or the marketing aspect? And should people work on both of them at the same time?
Yeah, great question. So I would say the upside to the branding that I've done. The upside is that I'm not world famous or anything, but I used to speak internationally. I've gotten a lot of things. The way that I got that job at UCLA was because of my personal branding. Because UCLA, I didn't apply for the job; they reached out to me. So the reason I'm telling you that, if it wasn't for my personal branding and me talking about what I was doing, UCLA wouldn't know what I was doing, right? So my personal brand has been very big for me in the sense that, I put my stuff on my face in my companies, and it's not an ego thing, but for me, I built some good credibility. And so now, like when I started TraceFuse, I put my name on the company and people could go look me up because we're dealing with reviews and reputation management. There's can be some shady companies out there and it can be a little bit of a shady industry at times. So I thought, well, if I put my face on it, people can go look me up and they'll know that I'm not going to screw them over because I have a long history of not screwing people over, right? So that's what I did. And so the personal branding really helped that in that situation. Now, I'll tell you the other side of it. If I go and I build out this big old company on shanebarker.com, are you going to want to buy shanebarker.com? Are you Shane Barker?
Correct.
Not last time I checked, right? So what happened was I got to a situation, I'm building up this Shane Barker company. This is awesome. I'm the face, I'm this. And then I'm like, wait a second, who's going to take over my podcast as me? Right? Like that doesn't. So now AI is probably getting closer. They're going to probably clone humans already. But my point of that, but I didn't, that wasn't back then. Right. So I'm going, well, wait a second. Everybody, if people come to a show, can you imagine going to a show and seeing Britney Spears or something? She might be a bad example. And then all of a sudden it's Britney Spears' sister that's performing. You're like, no, 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 no. I want Britney Spears, right? That's why I came to the show. So what happened with me is everybody wants to see, and I'm not comparing myself to Britney Spears being that famous, but my point is people want to see me. They want to see Shane that we just heard on the podcast. They want to see this, which is awesome. But if I sell the business to you, we don't necessarily look like twins, right? Last time I checked, right? So my point is guess what? That's going to be a little bit of a problem. And so I realized building this personal brand, it's been great for so many things. But if you want to sell that business and you're the face of the company, it becomes a little more difficult, right? Obviously, with AI, you can clone voices and you can do all kinds of stuff. But that was the hard part for me. And so I built this brand, spent all kinds of money, got a great brand. But it's the good part is if I vouch for a company now, like when we're doing influencer marketing, if I vouch for a company, the people that follow me know that I vetted it, right? Because they know my history. It's not anybody gives me $1, I'm going to go, talk about that company or whatever. And I know how to put those programs together. I mean, like LinkedIn, I got 35,000 followers on LinkedIn. The reason I'm saying that, not to brag, but it's like people trust me, so they follow me because I want to give them good information. I want to give you free information. And if you can go knock it out of the park, I hope that you can do that, right? Like on TraceFuse, we have so much TraceFuse.ai. We have tons of tools that are free tools that are the tools that we use internally. I give them away for free so that people can go and try to do it on their own. If they can do it, of course, that takes money out of my pocket. But at the end of the day, some of these people don't have the money to pay for my services. Does that mean they don't deserve it? I don't agree with that. I agree that, guess what? You should. Now, I can't go and help you for 10 hours a week if you don't have any money. Like, I can only volunteer so much, but I can give you some free tools and offer some videos and some helpful hints on how to be successful. I feel like I owe that to the community because I've learned so much and I want to be able to educate people. Once again, that's the reason why I like these types of podcasts because hopefully somebody hears this and goes, oh, I'm messing up there. I don't want to do that anymore. That saves me 5 hours a week or something, right? That's kind of the goal.
You're stranded on a deserted island, one food to eat for the rest of your life, no consequence. What would that be?
Pizza.
Hollywood calls and goes, "Hey Shane, we love your story. Very, very inspirational. We would love to do a biopic of you. Who would you cast to play you?"
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon shows up at your door and goes, "Hey, buddy, I got cast to play you. Let's have some fun. Let's hang out. I'm hungry though." And you go, "Hey, no worries, Kevin, come over here. I got this special dish prepared for you. What is that special dish?"
Probably my wife's prime rib. Her prime rib is pretty legendary around here. Yeah.
Ooh, sounds great. You're on a road trip, hours on end, one song to listen to on repeat. What would that be?
I hate to be cliche, but the eye of the tiger kind of gets the blood pumping a little bit. I know that's probably a lot of people say that, but it's like every time I hear that, I want a shadow box.
Awesome. And finally, give me a number from 1 to 5.
3.
1, 2, 3. Oh. So you got cow. So
Okay.
if you had to use cow as a metaphor for success, how is success like a cow?
Um, if I was a cow, I wouldn't let too many people milk me because once again, they would have to be able to give me some kind of a contract to be able to take my milk and be able to sell it to other people. So if I was a cow, I would make sure that I would have some kind of a contract in place before anybody milked me.
I see that. So that's how success is like a cow.